अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. We'll take some questions. What is Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji's vision now in 2025? 2024 as it is still. It's a challenge to live a life dedicated to the principles of Vedanta in this current world. As a sannyasi, your mission is clear. What guidance can you give to an average person like us? Thank you. One is, do not put yourself in a box. Why that expression, average person? In fact, all my efforts I'm putting to show you that you're a limitless person. So you want to put yourself as an average person. No. No need. No need to put ourselves in the box. One is what one is. Secondly, the vision of Vedanta, whether it's 2025 or 2035, it's the same. To discover your true nature and be free. And we often feel as the time is progressing, we are having more challenges, etc. Of course, in a way, but the problems and challenges of life has always been same. It's always there. No point in time when you look at the books of history, world was peaceful, everybody had food, everybody had shelter, there were no wars. No. In fact, one statistics is saying that this is the most peaceful time that the human civilization has ever seen. In spite of all the wars that are going around, it shows that it is one of the most peaceful times that we are experiencing. So life keeps throwing challenges at us. It's up to us to deal with it without losing our focus. So, yes, as a sannyasi, one's mission is clear, but it doesn't matter. Even as a grihastha, your goal could be very clear. The goal is moksha. I think I gave the example. Set the goal. Just like where you have to reach is airport. That goal is clear. On the way, you can pick up a coffee. You can stop there. But if you stop there at the coffee store and keep on eating donut, pastry and coffee, then you'll miss the flight, isn't it so? But it's okay, something comes up in between. You take a small stop, a small deviation, take an exit, and then you again come back to the highway, never forgetting your destination. So similarly, even a grihastha's life can pose many challenges, many situations, yet the goal must be clear and you would be pursuing that goal of moksha in spite of doing duties and responsibilities. And everybody's life is filled with duties and responsibilities. So do not think your duties and responsibilities are an obstacle to the path. No. In fact, that's what we discussed, karma yoga. In fact, you use it as a sadhana for your self-growth. And also if you look at the history of Sanatana Dharma, a wave of sannyasa parampara started very recently in the Hindu history. All the rishis were grihasthas. You see so many stories in the Upanishads, all the teachers are grihasthas there. But we do have a place for sannyasa in order to pursue this path. But if you turn the pages of Upanishads, you will come across most people, that unexpected people having this knowledge, gaining this knowledge. So it is a possibility, whether you are a sannyasi or you are a grihastha, you can pursue this path clearly. Yeah. What is meditation? What are the various types of meditation? What is the best way to start meditation and grow into it innate? I think we briefly discussed, some more we will discuss. Meditation, to start with, as a practice, to put your mind on a particular object of meditation. So one kind of meditation is that you meditate upon a mantra, or meditate upon a form of a deity, upasana. And in Vedanta, we move on to nididhyasana, where you are not particularly meditating upon any form, you are essentially meditating upon your own swarupa. That gets the name nididhyasana. So in meditation, we can make two categories. One is upasana, another one is nididhyasana. Upasana presupposes a certain duality. You are the upasaka, the meditator, and you are meditating upon a upasya vastu, which is the object of meditation. It could be a name, it could be mantra, it could be a form of Bhagavan. So that is upasana. And nididhyasana is meditating upon one's own true nature. That's nididhyasana. The best way to start is through the guided meditation. So on our ashram's YouTube channel, we have guided meditations starting from Pujya Swamiji's meditation, Swami Viditatmananji's, Tattvavidananji's, Muktatmananji's. I have also put the recorded meditations, so you can start from there. So I think a couple of weeks back, we put one of the guided meditations where I have guided the meditation. I think it's 30-minute meditation. Search on our ashram's YouTube channel. You'll find it. I'm working on a 15-minute meditation also for busy bees. So you will get that also soon on our ashram channel. Yeah, that's the way to start. And suppose you have few quiet moments. Take time, just if you have couple of minutes, instead of just wasting that 2 minutes, take a moment to concentrate upon your breath. Just observe the breath. That can be a very nice meditation. Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Upanishadic meditation, that you are prostrating to Vayu, who is available here and now. For me, I may not have full conception of that Brahman, but that Brahman is right in front of me as Vayu, as the breath. We'll come to that in Upadeshasaram. You can just focus on the breath. Pratyaksham Brahmasi. You are that Brahman who is available to me here and now to see, feel, experience. So that's how you start the upasana. Mind goes here and there. Bring it back to breath. Goes outside. Bring it back to breath. Yeah. Please talk about some of your favorite books. I mean, it also appears, the spelling, it's like looks, favorite looks. Favorite look is this. Favorite books. Taittiriya Upanishad. But I will recommend some of the books that I'm inspired. Probably I cannot immediately recollect. Tomorrow I would give you the list. Yeah. Swamiji, I can understand Jagat is Maya unreal. Jagat seems to me the biggest cosmic joke. Question, why though? Why Jagat then? I want to understand the reason, please. Thank you. Wonderful. That's a very good understanding. In fact, a right understanding. Jagat is the biggest cosmic joke. biggest cosmic joke. Why? What is the biggest cosmic joke? Why? Everything seems very substantive, real. But try to hold on to any one thing, let us see. Just cannot. Everything seems solid. Try to hold on to one thing and say that I'll have it for lifetime. Let us see. Put a challenge for yourself. Just can't. Husband, give it a try. Wife, give it a try. Children, give it a try. Home, give it a try. Just cannot. I was recently in Tampa, Florida, and I met one of the friends from Boston there, in Tampa. And then he was telling about his family who was staying near the, I think, beachfront or something. In the recent hurricane, the entire home was destroyed. They lost all the things. When they went to that stadium or somewhere to have the shelter, when they came back, all the things which they had in the home was in the front yard. So nothing is permanent. Everything seems permanent, but try holding on to one thing. We just cannot. So that's the biggest cosmic joke that the world is. But then, if you can appreciate it as a joke, if you can appreciate it as a leela, if you can appreciate it as a game, then there is no sorrow. You will go through each experience of life with joy. See, a youngster plays video game. The video game is unreal. That person knows he's doing masters and playing video game. He knows very well that this video game is mithya. It is unreal. There is nothing to it. But see how much involvement this fellow has with reference to video game. He follows all the rules of the game. Even though it is unreal video game, the fellow follows all the rules of the game and just enjoys the game for the sake of it. Isn't it so? Now bring this analogy to the world, to the Jagat. We know we cannot hold on to anything. At the end, everything is going to perish. Yet, we are an active participants in this world. We are not going to be some passive, pessimistic players. Just like that young fellow is playing the video game with enthusiasm, we play the game of life with its rules. Just what is to be done, duties, responsibilities, all of it, never forgetting the ultimate goal called moksha. So life is such a nice game. You go through what is there. Level 1, level 2, 2024, 2025, 2026. Keeps coming, keep jumping from one year to another. Sometimes a bit more wiser, a bit more fatter, slimmer, whatever applies to each and every individual. Life goes on. So there's a beauty to it. That's the cosmic joke. That's the way to navigate through the experiences of the world. And you would like to understand, this is the understanding. And we will discuss a bit more in Vedanta. Keep studying Vedanta. You'll have deeper insights into this joke. To such an extent, this cosmic joke, cosmic game, leela, whatever we want to play, you will never have hurtful effect on you. You will be this enthusiastic player. Namaste Swamiji, I am awareness, but why is awareness not aware then of everything going on? Is this where the concept of Chidabhasa comes in? Sorry, I am confused. Thank you. See, I have not introduced the concept of Chidabhasa, but stay with the Prakriya, Drug, Drishya. Drishya is external. You are the Drik. You are aware of everything, isn't it so? You are aware of everything. Suppose you don't know something. You know that you don't know. You know that you don't know. Everything is appearing and disappearing in this knowingness itself. You know that you don't know. Suppose you are not aware of all the medical science information. But you know that you don't know. Again, everything is in this knowingness itself. The Drik Swarupa. That's the way to go about it. We'll talk about Chidabhasa if required, otherwise stay with the Prakriya. Stay with the Prakriya. In the context of the cycle of pleasure of pain and pleasure, is it correct to say that we wait for the next cycle of pleasure while we ride out the pain period? Is it like accepting the pain period knowing that it is inevitable? If one wants to be subject to this cycle, yes, while you are in the cycle of pain, then you are hopeful and waiting for the cycle of pleasure. And when the pleasure situations come in life, you are happy and joyful. Then again, the painful phase may come. So this is the giant wheel or the merry-go-round somebody is going through. But you could separate yourself from it. You need not keep on undergoing this pain and pleasure cycles. How? By knowing that you are the observer of everything. Pain may be there at the level of the body. You are not actively pursuing pain. No, nobody wants that. Nor that you are actively pursuing pleasure. You bring a sort of neutrality to life. Thus, you are no more subject to this cycle of pain and pleasure. You take a step back, that's it. So whatever will be happening at the body-mind level, it will be happening, but you have taken a step back. So that there is a gap to see what's going on. First step. Second step, having understood the nature of the world, you yourself are not going to go actively in order to fall into these cycles. The world has all these avenues of pain and pleasure. You actively separate yourself when there is no need of it. No need to go into it. No need to go into it. So you will take one more step of Viveka, through the Viveka. Third, you understand, then your dependency on the world for one's pleasure reduces, goes away. Thus you are one more step apart from this worldly cycle. So that's how you handle this cycle of pain and pleasure. Finally, through the Jnanam, that I am Atma Chaitanya, free from the cycles of pain and pleasure. That's how you separate from it. Did it make sense? You want any clarification? You could ask. Yeah. Yes, and also, as you have mentioned, is it like accepting the pain period knowing that it is inevitable? Yeah, suppose there is a painful period in life. Find solution, if there is a solution for it. Suppose, having tried few solutions and yet you think that it's going to be there, you will incur some more pain in only resisting it. Accept it. Having tried the solution, if the pain still persists, then the wise thing to do is to accept it. And that pain also is not forever, it's temporary. Thus, patiently, you are going through life experiences. Yes?
The resistance increases the pain more than the external pain that we are facing. Because in my mind, I have so much of resistance.
Yeah, please take the mic.
Yeah. Sorry. Because I have this resistance in my mind that I don't want to face this unfavorable situation that I'm facing now, that resistance is more powerful than actually the pain I'm going through. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that is why I'm not able to find a solution for my problem. So if I'm not resisting that pain, then maybe I can see the solution for it or something like that.
Yeah, so much energy goes into resisting it, non-acceptance.
Correct.
Non-acceptance
That is what I
itself.
think is the main source of the
Yeah.
pain. Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Swamiji,
yes.
I want to, that's such a very important answer, that the way she explained it was so beautiful. It kind of resonates with me as well. One of the questions that I have as a follow-up to that is how to handle failure. A lot of young people view, a certain target as being, accomplishment, and when that accomplishment fails to happen, they do get totally dejected, and we see a lot of that happening in India and here as well. But there isn't as much pressure here as it is in India, and you see a lot of people taking to extreme measures.
True.
How do you help young people? Because I know you interact with a lot of young techies in Bangalore. How do you help them handle failure?
Yeah, this is an unfortunate thing which has happened. Kind of toxic positivity sometimes. Positivity is very important, but when any concept moves beyond a threshold, high chances it becomes toxic. So sort of a toxic positive approach towards life, and over-expectation. Over-expectation which doesn't correspond to the reality as objective reality at all. So that brings a lot of stress, even though one may be doing okay, but because there is such a high expectation out of life, there is so much superimposition in terms of life goals and career goals, etc. So because that is not reached, a young person is likely to get dejected. So somehow in society we need to try and bring that objective view of society, of the world. What is a possibility, what is not a possibility? That kind of balances out a few things. And somehow these, whether youngsters or whether young adults or old people, have to be told that the definition of success and failure is very limited, distorted the way it is defined. Just one aspect of life cannot determine the life itself. One is more than one's career. One is more than just one's education. One is more than one's relationship. So when elders can counsel and guide youngsters about these things, in fact, also a lot of pressure even from parental expectations. So when elderly generation can also understand it, then I think the pressure on the youngsters will be much lesser. Also need to restore the spirituality in society. It has been sidelined, totally got into a very materialistic view. So there is a need to balance it out with a spiritual perspective, a holistic perspective about life. Then I think we can prevent these youngsters from feeling dejected in life just because they underwent some small failure. Yeah. Okay. So the first step in our spiritual journey is Karma Yoga. Do all our activities with right attitude, Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Try to do Sattvic Karma more so that I get my mind purified. Yes, you're right. Once my mind is purified, the Shravana that I do will work for me and I can internalize the knowledge. Yes. One way to look at it is like a step-by-step process. Another way is, having started Shravana, if you see, when you see certain lack in the preparedness of the mind, you work on it. Otherwise, your understanding is right. Why is the Vedantic knowledge not being converted to emotional strength? It does. In fact, you become very matured and strong emotionally. Because this is not some pseudo, what do you call? The pseudo infusion of enthusiasm. This is not that. Nor like a pep talk. It is not that. It's handling everything, the inner instrument, life, mind, very fundamentally. The reality gives you strength. Understanding of the reality gives you strength. So, having understood the reality, spiritual seeker, Vedantic student, Vedanta student will have great emotional strength to handle life situations better than anybody else, because there is nothing pseudo. You are always looking at objective reality, objective version of reality. Thus you gain a lot of emotional strength here. Because you accept when something goes wrong, you know that yes, things go wrong in the world. Something breaks, you know the nature of world is fragile. A relationship breaks down. You understand that that's how people change. Things go wrong, that's the way of the world. So you get a lot of emotional strength to Vedanta, through Vedanta.
To add to that, Swamiji, when we grow older, we need this emotional... When we grow older, especially in this Western world that we are living, we need a lot of this emotional strength to survive. We don't know what is in store for us in our future. So I think this Vedantic knowledge that you're giving us is going to give us this emotional strength to face our old age gracefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
There need not be any insecurity.
Insecurity in life. That's right.
Locate yourself in the present moment, in the karma.
Yes.
What is to be done. Future is same. Future is same for all. How? It's unknown.
That's right.
It's unknown. Thank God. Thank God. So human mind is very crazy, you know. That which is unknown also you want to know. So you go with your chart. Panditji, please predict my future. How much you want? 100, 500 rupees. $100, predict more. So you see, yeah, very important point. There is, among various fears in life, there is one more fear. What is that? Fear of unknown. Fear of unknown. You cannot handle it. It's unknown. Let it be in that category. No, the mind wants to know. It's unknown. Unknowable to future. But you want to predict, you want to do something to it. So then some more anxiety starts. And they say something, chart says something, Jatakam shows something, palm shows something, now more anxiety. So no need. Leave it as an unknown category. Unknown, what can you do? And how many things can they predict also? How many things can they predict? So you need to be very objective about it. What will you do also? They'll say you will die at the age of 72. What will you do now? What can we do? Yes.
I have a question.
Uh,
Question is that if I keep unknown as unknown, then when I will discover the things? When I will discover the things, like what you are seeing today is in digital worlds, for example. If we do not pursue this kind of discovery, then how would have a cell phone, how would have other things, how would have a this kind of life which we are leading now?
No. See, don't miss the context.
Okay.
What is the context I'm saying? Future. Your personal future.
Okay.
Unknown. How life will unfold after 20 years, what will happen?
It's about me only then you're talking about.
I'm talking about a personal point of view,
Okay.
not about the scientific discovery.
Okay, I see. Okay, I got it.
Scientific discovery, let them discover whatever they want to discover. Let them invent new things. Let them new technology come into being. Let new research move in line. We have nothing to do with it. We are talking fundamentally from a personal point of view about one's own life. What use in predicting one's future? And what are you going to achieve by doing it? That is the point. That's the point. Did I answer your question?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you.
So that is the one. So do not waste your energy in all of this. Dedicate your energy into knowing yourself, So instead of being scared of the planets, unknown, simply new fear you create. What those beautiful planets have done. Take a telescope, look at them. They're so nice, good looking. So beautiful. So instead of that, you make them, these planets into two categories: good planet, bad planet, troublesome planet, Shani Graham, this, that, and all that. No need. Let them be in its place.
The Venus today is very bright.
Oh, we can all spot it. Yeah, that is how it is. In fact, Purandaradasa has a beautiful composition, says, Sakala graha balanine Sarasijaksha Nikila Vyapakanine Vishwarakshaka Sakala graha balanine. I don't remember the exact lyrics. Ravichandra Budanine Rahu Ketu Nine Bhavaroga Haranine Bhesha Janunine Sakala Graha Balanine Sarasijaksha. It's praise to Lord Vishnu. The Sahitya is saying, you are everything, O Lord. You are the sun, you are the moon, you are the Ravi, you are the Buddha, the planet Buddha. You are all the planets. You are the one who is giving strength to all the planets. You are everything. So I worship you. I offer my prostrations unto you. So even a good bhaktas, religious bhaktas attitude also must be this, that see the Lord in everything. We say Vishnu Sahasranama, but do not look upon the whole cosmos as Vishnu. What is that? Very cunning behavior. So that is what we have to be very objective about things. We say something, we do something, we think something. Just a very absurd way of living. That's why Arjuna means one who has arjavam, straightforwardness. What one is thinking is what one speaks is what one acts. Straight line. Thinking is something, doing is something, all of it. I see so many sannyasis being afraid of their future. They go for charts and pariharam, this and that. No need of all that. No need of all that. Yes.
Swamiji, we learn everything, we understand Vedanta, we think that our intelligence is now ready, and emotionally we are ready. But then when the situation happens, that totally throws us out of the balance, and then we don't seem to remember everything, and we act out of emotion, and we get into anger, and if anger doesn't control, then we get into sadness. So, then what good it is of this intelligence when it does not help us at the time when we need it?
Yeah, good question based on one's own experience. But you see, look at your own life. If you really deeply observe, the way you would react to a situation has definitely changed. If you are really on the path, It's not that entirely it has stopped. You may still react, but look at the intensity with which you would react. Definitely it would have come down if you are on the path. That happens. And the frequency of those reactions, that also reduces. That outbursts, anger outbursts, all of it. And as a situation has happened and one has reacted, yet see that there is some insight with which you go on in life. So knowledge definitely helps, but it may not happen immediately. You be on the path, be in Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Definitely the emotional outbursts, the way one reacts to the external situations, all of it changes. And if it's not changing, the fault is not with the knowledge. Because if for generations it has worked, probably fault is with me. The way I have been absorbing and way I have been studying, way I have been internalizing. So one may pay more attention to that, that's all. But this works. This works. Can you please talk about prayers and rituals? Life poses so many challenges. We have to, initially, we don't know what is life, what is world, what is God, what is my place. None of it. How do you face such a life which is not consistent? Suddenly it poses a challenge, a health situation, something else happens in the family. How do you make sense of all of it? How do you emotionally handle all of it? Prayers and rituals are beautiful way to handle uncertainties in life. Prayers and rituals can restore hope in a person. There is a hope there. Instead of feeling hopelessness, you pray. Prayer becomes an aid through which you stand up. Life has beaten you and you're fallen. So prayer becomes your crutches through which you will stand, through which you will walk. Rituals help us. Rituals are not individualistic. You see, any ritual you see in Sanatana Dharma is always communal, participatory. Family is involved, wife is involved, husband is involved, children are involved, a priest is involved, guests are involved. Rituals are the vehicles through which we bring our beliefs, our values into actions. You act it out through ritual. So rituals are these great vehicles to carry the values, to carry beliefs from one generation to another generation. So it is not just done individually. It has very complex role. It has a personal element to it. It has the family element to it. It has a community element to it. And it makes sense in the overall scheme of things. So that is the importance of rituals. Usual answer is prayer and ritual will bring you punya. All of you know that. But what else? How else can we think about rituals? Why did rishis conceive all of this? Why do we have it today? What is the need to have these prayers and rituals in our life? They bring occasions through which you can act out your belief and also pass it down to next generation. In Sanatana Dharma, there is a value of giving. One must share what one has with family, friends, community, all of it. It's a value of Sanatana Dharma. How do you pass it on to next generation? By lecturing your son and daughter about it, you must give, you must give. That's not the way you do it. You create an occasion, a festival, a ritual, where family, friends, community, all of them are involved, and you give, you show by example that you share what has been given to you. You share with people, family, extended family. That's how you show to the next generation that, yes, you must give, you inspire them through the ritual. So all of it, those rituals become very beautiful way to carry out our dharma, carry out our tradition. Yeah, but today when we look at some of the rituals and prayers become highly commercialized, we need not be participants into it. You participate in the traditional rituals that you have inherited from your family, from your sampradaya. Mother has passed down the Diwali tradition, keep it alive. Father has passed down some other tradition, keep it alive. For what? For whom? For your purpose? No, for the sake of the next generation. You have benefited, your father, mother have benefited from this lifestyle, from these prayers, from rituals. Doesn't it make sense to pass it down to the next generation? So that's how we handle it. Yeah. Why is Vedanta? Okay, this I handled. Yeah. kindly talk about yoga sadhana. Also, I understood knowledge margam combined with dhyana margam frees oneself. Could you please kindly talk about this? See, it's not a combination. In fact, in Bhashya, elaborate discussions happen to show that this is not like a permutation combination. It's not knowledge mixed with a dash of meditation, few spoons of yoga, garnished with bhakti. No, it's not like that. It's not that kind of a dish preparation. It's not that kind of a thing. It's not samuchaya, making a combination. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana are the Jnana Marga. The three aspects of the Jnana Marga. They are not combinations of it. They are three aspects of the same Marga. And you have specifically asked the question about dhyana. I will talk about it in tomorrow's class when we are discussing the verse. So basically, Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga Sadhana. So starting from Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, etc. All of it we'll discuss in some length about it. Yeah. Pranam Swamiji, Namaste. What is the best way to measure the inner growth and knowing that I am grounded on the path? Very nice question. Deeply observe yourself. Has my response or reaction towards the world has changed? Has it changed? Look at yourself in that. Have my obsessions reduced? Compulsive behaviors, has it changed? Has it reduced? Look at it. And what is the frequency of emotional outbursts? Look at it. All these become beautiful measures of inner growth. Inner growth. Has my heart grown in compassion? Am I more accommodative? Am I flexible? And finally, a question to ask, am I a simple person? Am I a simple person? Am I simple in my thinking? Or am I very complex? Somebody says something, am I over-analyzing those words? Or just, somebody said something, fine, go. Am I simple or complex in my thinking? Do I simply pray, or I need an astrologer, I need a Vastu consultant, I need a palmistry person? Am I simple or am I complex with reference to my religious response? Am I simple with reference to my food habits? One khichdi. Why khichdi? Today I made khichdi, that's why. One khichdi. Something to eat. Be done with it. Simple. Or whatever comes to your plate that day. Simple. So simple. Am I a simple person? You may still have few things to handle around you. Doesn't matter. But am I simple at heart? Simple in spirit? So that's what you ask yourself. Am I simple? So that's the beautiful way to measure your inner growth. And also, take help of the Guru. Have samparka with the Guru. Today somehow, because the Gurudom and all of it is so commercialized, we sort of have developed a resistance towards the very conception of the Guru. It doesn't work without a Guru. The path doesn't work without Guru. Guru, what? Guru represents knowledge, that's all. A higher perspective. Somebody who is pursuing this path, who is walking the path, such person is a Guru. So be associated with the Guru. Be associated with the teaching. That's what you all are already doing. So keep traveling in that way. Then you can yourself know where you stand with reference to inner growth. Please talk about few saints that are currently alive and living in Bharat. Once Pujya Swamiji was traveling from somewhere, Mumbai to Delhi or something like that. many years back. So then he was in the flight, and then a person came and sat next to him, and he made a small talk, and then Swamiji said, "Hello, how are you, who are you," whatever. And he said, "This flight is going to Delhi, from there I'm going to Rishikesh," the passenger said. And Puja Swamiji said, "Oh, okay, good, good." Then he said, furthermore, he said, "I'm going to Rishikesh to meet a guru, to meet a saint." Swamiji said, "Okay, fine. Oh, is it? Okay." Then he said, "I'm going to Rishikesh to meet Swami Dayananda Saraswati." So, you are in the ashram and searching for other saints? No. See, now don't start taking a torch and start searching where is saint, who is there around, who is a saint in Bharat. Are they only in Bharat, they can't be in the US, this, that. No, that's not the way to do it. How do you see, how do you make association with a saintly person, with a saint? Look at their teachings. Look at their teachings. It could be in the form of their lectures, talks, writings, and see how they live. Both are important. See how they live and see what they teach and see whether it matches. There is a saint right in front of you. That's how we have to take it. So that's the way to go about having one's association with a saintly person, a saint. Otherwise, what would you do by knowing who is a saint, who is not a saint? There's no point like that. But look at the teachings. There are many people in Bharat giving, Bharat meaning Bharat here, anywhere, all over the world, who have pearls of wisdom with them, and they are spilling out those pearls of wisdom all the time. So look at their teachings, and if you have access to their life, try to see, also observe how they live. That's why there is some value in the traditional system of coming to Gurukulam, even if it is for a short stay or long stay in the ancient context, that you see also get inspired by the life of the teacher, life of the Guru. It's an embodied knowledge. It is not isolated knowledge in the books. You see, study books and become jnani. Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanand ji said, if it was all about bookish knowledge and scholarship, all the university Advaita professors must have been jnanis, he said. Doesn't work like that, isn't it? So you get inspired by the lives of sannyasis, lives of teachers, lives of gurus. For what purpose? To praise them or something? No, not for that. For you to impart those qualities inside you. That's why one does it. Yeah. How can one develop tivra mumukshutvam? Of course, the more effort we put in our sadhanas and shravana manana didhyasana, it will speed up. But any insights? So there was a new novice, brahmachari. He joined a monastery. So that day, it was a graduation ceremony in the monastery. So he observed that a graduation ceremony was going on. So this young fellow asked the person sitting next to him, he asked, "Hey, what is going on?" So this particular person has practiced in the ashram, has studied in the monastery, and he's graduating. Hey, what was his day like? So he said every day for 6 hours, this person used to study and practice meditation, etc. How long he has taken to study and how long it has taken for him to graduate, he asked. He said 6 years. So this brahmachari calculated and then went to the headmaster, the guru. He asked, "Hey Guru, I heard that he was putting 6 hours per day and he graduated in 6 years. Suppose I put 12 hours per day, how would it look like? The Guru said you will take 12 years to graduate. So come out of that quantity mindset. Good, Tivra Mumukshutvam is good. All of it is good, but not something to speed up, catalyze and all of that. Be in Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. It's like one drug for every disease. Like penicillin. What is that? Penicillin, how they used to prescribe in ancient days, like that. So, be on the path, be relaxed. My God, having come to the path, now you're in like some war zone type of behavior. Why? Be relaxed. Take it easy. Whole world you have been so stressful. Now you come to spiritual path, a new stress comes. How do I develop? Tivra mokshutvam. This is not enough. No. Take it easy. Relax. How to track success progression of meditation? Wear a band. No. The same answer we discussed. How do you feel internally? Are you a simple person? Are you a simple person? That's how you track the progress in meditation. Sometimes I might tend to get stressed and fearful because of which I procrastinate karma and sadhana. It leads to more anxiety and stress, and I escape by going to more frivolous pleasures like the internet, etc. Instead of doing sadhana, or even though I do my karmas, my mind is often stressed and chaotic, and I always feel that I should be doing things better. How to deal with stress, fear, and procrastination? Start one sadhana. Start any one sadhana. Stick to it. Be consistent in the practice. I think I spoke about it. Take either a guided meditation or a japa. Do it consistently for 4 months, 6 months. Even if you're spending just 10 minutes on it, consistently do it, and you will see all your stress, all of it going down. Of course, not to be told that be with Bhagavad Gita and Shastra. That's the way to handle all of it. You start with one. The magic is other things somehow magically gets organized for you. Start with one. Pujya Swami used to say it. Start with one sadhana. Start with one sadhana, rest of it will be handled. Rest of it will be handled. Okay, we will look at the questions after tomorrow's class. I would like some of you to share your learnings, and after that we'll have bhajan. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Please come front so that mic person also can.
Namaskar, Swamiji. I've been listening to the discourses in the last couple of days. So most of the responses provided by Swamijis get translated to vairagya, detachment. And Bhagavad Gita offers those answers to many questions in this sense, and also the difficulties. Asamshayam Mahabaho is one of the examples, and as he said about the Shreshta, Syadhyadacharati Shreshta. So, although Vyasa has been very kind and with a lot of foresight, he has made the highest possible Veda definitions into the level of Upanishads, and even Bhagavad Gita has given us quite a lot of information. The solutions, most of it lies in the detachment. This is my experience. That's a very simple word and very difficult to even begin with and start practicing. And that's where I think of most of the questions also find an answer. So because all, whether it's Jhayato Vishayan Pumsaha is known, so that's where the more attached we have, and the more problems we start getting it. So my experience is to start learning them. So it's not first for me, then to the rest. And Swamiji, if I may take this opportunity to request a 2-minute
For
question, if possible, yeah.
question we'll take tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow after class you can ask.
Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you.
Please pass here. I think they are leaving tomorrow.
Thank you, Swamiji. No, thanks for giving us this opportunity to speak like this. When I was a small child, my grandfather taught me Bhagavad Gita, and I remember running away from him. He used to force me to sit and listen to Bhagavad Gita. But when the nooks and shocks of life, I had to face difficulties, I turned towards Bhagavad Gita, and believe me, it really helped me. It really helped me, and I learned it the hard way, but I learned it well. And now I am so happy that I have crossed so many hurdles in my life because of this knowledge. And that is why the clarity of knowledge has come to me, and I am able to teach this to some people, a few people in my group. So I think maybe that was destined for me, and that is one thing I wanted to share. And what you said and how you spoke to us today and all these days in this class has really helped us to be realistic about the knowledge and to believe more firmly that we can just hold on to Bhagavad Gita and that will solve everything in our life. That positive effect has come. Thank you so much for this. Appreciate it a lot.
Happy to note. Yeah, Pujya Swamiji used to say, having learned something, share it with people. So it's not that one is appointing oneself as a teacher. She has been sharing her knowledge. So that's very useful sadhana, because when you share, you also look into the books again more deeply. You look into the verse more deeply. You look into the explanation of Bhagavad Gita more deeply. That's why Pujya Swamiji started this Gita home study program. So we have 9 volumes of Bhagavad Gita books available in our bookstore. And there is a small method how to conduct that group discussion. So any people coming new or people who are already been coming to ashram, I suggest talk to us, and we will guide you to have that Gita home study circle in your own homes on Sundays. You can take an hour to start that reading this Gita home study. 9 volumes takes a good amount of time. So one becomes more and more clear about the Bhagavad Gita. On that note, since she said Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita Bhagavad Gita Kinchita Dita Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita Sakrita Piyena Murari Sabarcha Sakrita Piyena Murari Samarcha Kriyate tasya yamena na charcha Kriyate tasya yamena na charcha Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi nahi rakshati Dukran Karade Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Shankaracharya says, study Bhagavad Gita even a bit and consume Ganga Jala. Ganga Jala signifies jnanam, knowledge. Internalize it, drink it. Even little bit is enough. And one who has very well done, one who has done puja to Murari very well. one who has praised or done puja to very well, and in Vedantic context, we have seen what that puja is, serving Lord through our own duties. One who has done all these things nicely will never have a quarrel with Yama. He will not discuss with Yama. What is that discussion? I was thinking one day. It was deeply, how can you discuss with Yama? Yama comes, Yama is Lord of Death. Yama comes, the body has to go, isn't it so? What is the charcha? Yama wants to take, this fellow doesn't want to go. Family members want more tubes. Doctor says one thing, family says another thing. Somebody wants to switch on, somebody wants to switch off. So many things are happening. This is all charcha with Yama, isn't it so? We don't want that situation. So that's the charcha. So we have one thing is that physical aspect, inevitable. We don't have control over it. What is the charcha with Yama? That we are constantly having fear with reference to death, one's own body or bodies around. So always sort of a dialogue, discussion with this and that. A person will not have it. Simply accepts the realities of life, birth, death, disease, growth, profit, all of it, so that one doesn't have any discussion with uncertainties, unknown factors with reference to one's life. That is the essence of this verse in Bhaja Govinda. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah.
So I've been to quite a few camps, and invariably there's one question that is asked about rituals. So I just want to actually, share my experience quickly. It's feedback, okay. Okay, so initially I was, of course, skeptical. Somebody mentioned I'm a student of science, and there should be skepticism. So I basically did not believe in a variety of rituals. In fact, the entire religion of Hinduism was a turn-off because of rituals and those kinds of things, coming from an orthodox, conservative, Tamil family. So anyway, so my parents passed, and in fact, my father and my parents had visited this ashram back in 2007, 8, and so forth. It's 2008, my father passed. So started doing this monthly tarpanam. In fact, it's coming up in a couple of days during Amavasya. So initially, of course, it was just a ritual for me, but I continued with it. Then I started to actually understand what was in it and the meaning of it and so forth. And it turned out to be wonderful. So, like you've heard the recent phrase that we didn't fall out of a coconut tree. And so we usually, you have this particular tarpanam is performed for 3 generations. Okay, and so on the mother's side, on the father's side, 6 people, on the mother's side, 6 people. So, but then towards the end, there is this particular, mantra that caught my attention, where basically you're, many of you might be aware, but you're essentially offering tel and water and oblations. And so here there is Yeshan na mata, na pita, na bandhu, na anya gotrina, te sarve tripti mayato mayot srishtai kusotakai tripyata tripyata tripyata. So basically the person who doesn't have, who may not have a father, mother, maybe he belongs to no gotra at all, or he is not aware and so forth. So basically what it does is these kinds of rituals, you initially cover your own family and then they become universal. So when I came to actually realize the meaning behind it, I want to do it. I'm waiting for the next Amavasya and say, okay, you know what, and most of all what it helped me to do, see this entire month that goes by, I feel like I'm an individual all the time, and I feel like I actually fell out of a coconut tree. I'm just like mostly into myself. And then when that date comes and I start this is about a half an hour it takes, and then there's Brahmi Yagyam. And so when I do that, I slowly start connecting not just with my ancestors, but everybody that helped them. Actually, the fact that we are all here as individuals is a very, very, very low probability. You know, when you think about the diseases and animals and so many things prehistorically. We have escaped all that and we are here. And so I basically start looking at, okay, those people that helped my parents, my grandparents, and so on and so forth. And then slowly I start connecting with all there is. And then that brings me, in fact, these rituals then bring me back to Advaita again. And so this is just a real experience that I've had that it's just very inspirational. So from being a total skeptic, I actually enjoy rituals.
Nice to know. Yeah, our rituals have very deep significance. So as we try to see the meaning behind them, they all make sense in one's life. In fact, you see life, you observe life, whether you are into religious rituals or not, you essentially have a lot of rituals in your life. Even a person who says, I don't believe in rituals, I don't want to do rituals, that person every December goes for a holiday. Isn't it a ritual? Somebody does every December some Pitrakarya or something, whatever. This fellow every December has a ritual. Ritual means what? You take a particular time. Ritual involves a ritual time. Ritual involves a ritual focus, meaning your focus is available for it, and you do certain actions, certain prescribed actions or a certain set of actions. Pattern is involved in a ritual. Pattern is involved in a ritual. Now, a person who says, I don't believe in rituals, exactly does all these things. Exactly does all these things. Somebody does everyday morning puja, this person does everyday morning coffee. It's a ritual. You see from this perspective. This person may be obsessed with a morning religious ritual. The coffee person is equally obsessed with morning coffee ritual. So life has rituals in it. Life involves rituals in it. So you consciously bring in those rituals which elevate you in life. It could be religious, it could be non-religious too. But bring those rituals into your life which transform you, which elevate you. That's the secret of rituals. And there is a very thin line where rituals become mechanical processes. You lose the joy, everything out of it. And also, they become obsessions. You become dependent on them. If you don't do it, that person will not be fine. It's like what OCD, it's like becomes OCD. Becomes an obsessive compulsion. I have come across many people, today morning I had to do japa, I missed it. Just like somebody didn't take morning cigarette or something. That kind of a thing. So so that should not become obsessions. All right. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram Sundara Vigraha Meghashyam Ganga Tulasi Salagram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram Patita Pavan Sita Ram. We'll chant Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, following which we'll just take 1 minute to contemplate on one verse of Nirvana Shatkam. Join me in praying for the entire world. It's not enough that I am peaceful, that I am happy, and I am free from diseases. The whole world needs to be healthy, happy, and free from mental pain. Let us pray for one and all. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Osato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Take a moment. Center yourself. Eyes are gently closed. I am the pure consciousness, the auspiciousness itself. I am the witness of the body, mind, senses. I'm separate from all of it. I'm the pure consciousness, auspiciousness itself. Mano buddhya hankara cetani naham nacha shrotra jihve न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्. May you discover this permanent peace and calm within. You are that. Om Tat Sat. Slowly and gently you may open your eyes. Hari Om. Shubharatri. Have a good night's sleep and come prepared for tomorrow morning meditation. Be seated by 6:55. Hari Om.